What is our class today? What's the focus?
California.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
You don't know what class we're doing right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I'm sorry.
There's a thing called the calendar. Good morning, world.
Good morning, Ed.
Hello, California.
Hello.
Good to see you. Glad you're here. We had a little power outage
Oh, okay.
right as it turned. I think it was basically at exactly 10 o'clock. The power went out for about 32 seconds. And anyway, now we're back. Greetings, everyone in California. How's the weather there today?
A little chilly this morning, but it should warm up to about almost 70.
Okay. So it's beautiful weather here today. It's not like winter. And let's see. So let's get started. We're doing Google Apps. This is the 10 o'clock Google Apps class on Monday, January 25th, 2000. And what year is it, Larissa? Good. Perfect. Okay. See how I make you look good?
Yeah, well,
Got it. Okay. So 2016, we're doing Google Plus. So I want everybody to either go to their Google Plus page. If you don't have a Google Plus page in your book, please go to a blank piece of paper in your composition book. Only write on the right-hand side, whatever the page number is in the lower right-hand corner. Go to your Google Apps page, sub-contents page, and put that in. So for the new people, in your composition book, you should have a page called Table of Contents. And one of the things in there should be called Google Apps. And it has a page. And then you should have a page called Google Apps, and it lists all of the different apps. So what are some of the apps? Matt, what's one app? Voice. Okay, Voice. Okay, Dave, what's another app?
Google Plus.
Google Plus. Okay, Larry, what's another Google app?
Google Search.
No. What's another one? We don't study search. Yes, it is, but not one of the 8 we do.
Calendar.
Calendar. Larry, what's another one?
Google Drive.
Drive. Okay, good. Laritha. YouTube. Good. Mike. Chrome.
Yeah.
What's one in California? What's another app?
Let's see. What we were trying to.
Google Plus.
Which ones do you have?
What?
Which ones do you have? I'm sorry.
Voice, Google Plus, Calendar, Drive, YouTube, Chrome.
Oh, someone said Maps.
Maps, good.
Okay.
There's one more.
Let's see what we got. We got YouTube. Do you have Calendar?
Yep.
Okay. You have email? Gmail? Let's see.
Gmail, right. So Gmail. So this is the list of all of the Google apps that we focus on. You should have a page on your table of contents that says Google Apps. And then that should go to page number this. And then on that page number, you have listed each of the Google apps in order for when you were here. And then you have the page number here. And we should do the same thing for our TED Talks. So if you don't have this yet, on your table of contents, write an entry on there that says Google Apps. Then go to a blank piece of paper. Doesn't matter what order it's in. Could be page 122. And write Google Apps as the title of that page. So if this was page 122, you go back to your table of contents and you write in page 122. So every day you want to look at your Google Apps, and you don't remember what page the actual app is on, at least you go to the table of contents, you find a thing that says Google Apps, and it sends you to the table of contents just for the Google Apps. Because this composition book is your reference manual for the future. This is not a thing of, I just take notes and I forget about it. This thing should be thought of as, when I go to my job, I'm going to use this to help me bring the cloud to work. As I do things in life, as I think about what do I need to do to be a good employee, this composition book helps me do that. So please make sure your table of contents is correct. And now, we should have a page that's called Google Plus, because that's what we're studying today. And on that, over on the right, you should put the date. Just kind of so you know when you started doing this app. I mean, it's just kind of interesting. When I look at my thing and I go back to when we did this in 2014, and I look at my notes, you know, I can still remember stuff from that class because of the triggers. Okay, so Google Plus. So, you know, as a highlight, probably what you should do on every page is list the reasons why we do the cloud. Why do we do the cloud? To collaborate. Okay, collaboration. What's the really high level reason we focus on the cloud?
Well, because it takes all the apps and works together for them.
Well, that's the Google cloud. I'm saying, why do we study the cloud?
This future.
Okay, right, okay. The cloud, and when you're in your interview, what would you say to an employer of why should we hire you? How do you use the cloud in that?
Well, because it can help make you money or save you money.
The cloud,
Makes you more efficient.
okay. More profitable. Saves you money. How does it make you more profitable?
Well, because you don't need as many employees, or your employees are saving time by working together.
Okay, so that's more productivity.
Also, you reach more customers.
Okay, so the best way to get more business is to get more customers. I don't know if it's the best way. An easy way is more customers. Okay, and what do all businesses want their customers to do?
Tell their friends to come too.
Okay, so they want them to come back more often, right? And that's it, tell their friends. And shop more. Or longer.
Expensive stuff.
Okay, or longer. Okay, so if it's a restaurant, stay longer.
Stay longer.
Tell your friends, come back more often. If you're in the restaurant business, you can get your customers to do that. Come back more often, tell their friends, and stay longer. You're going to be successful, at least at this part of getting more customers.
Yeah.
You might not be very efficient. You might lose money on every customer. So why the cloud? Because the cloud is the future. All businesses, and this is a thing you should be prepared to say, all businesses are moving to the cloud. Period. You can't go to UNLV or CSN if you don't do stuff online. What does Google use for online? I mean, not Google, UNLV.
Wrong.
They use Google's cloud. Okay, Drive, Gmail, Docs. My kids that are in middle school and high school now have to log on get assignments, do assignments, get certain contracts. They have to be online. They're moving towards online. Report cards online. I got to log in. Guess what? When you log in, that's on the cloud. What's the other thing that it's not on the cloud? Where is it? It's on your computer. Okay? Okay, so the cloud is stuff that is not on your computer. That's the easiest way to get. What is the cloud? Well, that's when I'm doing stuff with my computer, but it's not on my computer. So where I get onto the internet and I go do that, the thing that's called that is the cloud. If it's on my computer, it's not on the cloud. All businesses are moving to the cloud. You will still get people when you're in your interview, somebody says, well, what's the cloud? Well, golly gee, how do you guys do your payroll here? Oh, we go online to ADP. Well, guess what? That's on the cloud. How about your employee scheduling? Yeah, that's on the cloud. How do you order the product? Well, we go online and do it. Okay, so online, huh?
Where do you keep your email?
Yeah, okay, right, okay. All businesses are moving to the cloud. They cannot avoid it. It's just like all businesses moved away from horse-drawn wagons. Unless you're a
Clydesdale,
no, what are they? Mennonites who are the people who don't.
oh, Amish.
Amish, yeah. Okay. So why the cloud? Well, because all businesses are moving to the cloud. Cloud. If they can get more stuff done, they can be more efficient. Okay.
It's less cumbersome,
Easier.
easier. We don't have a hard drive to lug around all the
Can I
time.
say simpler? Okay, now, why the Google Cloud? So number 2 would be why Google?
It's familiar. A lot of
Well, free.
free, free storage, free.
It's free.
Everything's free.
Okay. Now, the school has a paid-for version. There's more stuff we can do with the paid-for version, but it's free. Updates, always updated. What happens when Microsoft doesn't update? What is everybody told?
You need to update it manually.
No, but not what Microsoft tells you.
Oh,
When you hear that Microsoft has come out with an update, what do most people think? Hooray!
that's gonna suck.
Hooray! Yeah. Okay. Wait is the thing that people say. Oh boy, the Microsoft, the update is finally here. We've been waiting for it for a year. It's kept getting delayed. I'm going to wait. And in fact, now with Microsoft, with Windows 10, they're pretty much forcing it on you.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody noticed you're getting a little pop-up about downloading? Okay. They're really pushing it on you. Okay, so it's free, always updated, a complete solution.
User friendly.
Okay, it's easy. Okay, so it's a complete solution. You can do all of the stuff you need to do. Whereas, let's say Skype. What is Skype?
Voice is a voice.
Skype is a communication. So it's like a phone service, voice and video. But what if you want to do a calendar with Skype?
You can't.
Yeah, okay. Skype is not a complete solution. Facebook. Is Facebook good?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's probably the #1 app out there. Is it a complete solution? No, it's not complete. Google offers a suite that is a complete solution, and they're updating it all the time. And not only do they have that suite, but they have sub-apps, and they have add-ons, and they have extensions. So when you're in one of the apps, one of those 8 apps, let's say Docs, you can go to Tools, and it will show you add-on things that other people wrote to make it even more easy and efficient to do things. So why Google? It's free, always updated, complete solution. Google's going to be here. Google will remain. So it's a thing that you can learn today And 20 years from now, you're going to be able to use it. You're going to be more of an expert at it. Okay. So everybody should have this. So why Google Plus? Not why Google Plus. Why the cloud? Why Google? Now we're going to talk about Google Plus. What is Google Plus? Okay, in California, do you have something about what is Google Plus? What does it do?
It's like what? Yeah, they say like social media, like Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing it does, it's social media
Okay.
like Facebook. And what part of that is in Google Plus? What is Google Plus? Where is Google Plus like Facebook? Where is Google Plus like Facebook? Or how is Google Plus like Facebook? Anyone? Bueller?
Why is Google
Bueller?
Facebook?
How is Google Plus like Facebook?
Because you post to it.
Exactly.
Have circles, friends.
Okay, you post messages. What kind of pet messages can you post?
Any kind of message.
Okay, so what's an example?
I decided to go to this restaurant, check out the menu I brought, and, download a picture.
Okay, so you can post pictures. Can you just type a message?
Sure.
Yeah, you can type a message. How about a video?
Sure.
Yeah,
Post it.
anything that's a file that has a URL, you can post a message to and send it in Google Plus. Now, what is one of the advantages of Google Plus over Facebook in terms of messages? Circles.
Isn't it the same spawns?
Well, how many different groups of friends can you have on Facebook? Okay. So in Google Plus, you take all of the contacts you have and you put them into one or more circles. So you can send messages just to specific circles. What is another thing that Google Plus does?
It integrates to Hangouts,
Okay, so Hangouts, which is what?
YouTube video conferencing.
Well, so it's communication. So this is sort of an area where Google kind of gets people confused because there's a Hangout that's an SMS, which is like what?
Texting.
Yeah, so that's like text. Okay, there's another one that is a video or phone service that's called a Hangout. So you can do a video Hangout, or you can just do an audio Hangout. So when we have people here calling prospective customers for Chiaututi, what are they doing? How are they doing that?
Voice.
Hangout. Okay. And then there's another one that is Hangout on Air. That's what we're doing right now. What we're doing right now is a Hangout on Air. But what's the difference between a Hangout on Air and a video Hangout?
Hangout on Air is live.
Live for what? A Hangout is live.
Okay.
I'm talking to you on a video
What's
call.
live?
It's live for the whole world. So one of the things is if you do, so Google has created this fantastic app called Hangouts on Air, and they say when you do it, when you're done, it's going to be stored on YouTube.
Just stay on YouTube.
Right. But we're going to let you do this for free, no subscription, no nothing. You could do 1 million videos. I think we have over 500 videos on there stored on YouTube. You can do it for free, but when it's live, it's live for the whole world.
Oh, you can't restrict the access.
No, not when it's live. Not when it's a Hangout, not when you're doing it. It's live, and other people can go and watch what you're doing. Now, what if you don't want other people to watch what you're doing? What do you do? What do you do? No, you can't because it's live. No, if you do, record it. No. What do you do? since anybody can find out, oh, there's a hangout on air that's on right now, I can watch it. What is the strategy to do if you don't want people watching it?
Use different name.
Yeah, so you don't say Google presents or Donald Trump is doing a secret hangout. Okay, what would happen if Donald Trump said, I'm going to have a secret hangout?
Well, I'd check it out just to see what's going on.
Exactly. Okay, so you don't have you do it. You don't have somebody who's known. You have somebody who's not known.
Just a name, a random
Yeah,
name.
so David Sweetland is the one putting this hangout on, and it's called something not interesting.
You just put a string of characters up there.
Well, that might get people interested. Okay, what are they trying to hide?
All right, so make it something boring.
Yeah,
Making bread in 5 minutes with Aunt Marmalade. Something stupid. You know?
yeah. Okay, something that's not appealing. Then as soon as you're done, boom, you go on there and you change the settings and make it private.
How
Because you
fast
can do
does
that.
it go on YouTube? Immediately?
Yeah.
And then you just edit it, and that's it.
You change the settings.
But the person who's watching it live can't record it, right? You can watch it live, you can't record as it's going, so then your access is still restricted.
What do you mean you're
Well, if I'm watching this live, you don't want me to have a copy of it, let's say, of the conference call video, and I'm watching it, I can't do anything while it's going on to save it to my computer, can I?
not through YouTube. There could be a third-party app that says that it's called Save Hangouts on Air.
So like a VCR right here.
Yeah. Yeah. So Hangouts are great, but they are live. Now, some people say, well, I don't want to do a Hangout because everybody in the whole world can see it. Okay, really? Who thinks everybody in the whole world is going to watch anybody's video? If the Pope did a Hangout on there, would everybody in the world watch it? No. If Bill Gates did one, the Dalai Lama, okay, you don't ever have to worry about everybody in the whole world watching it. No, there are people watching. Surprising people watch ours.
There's Julie.
Huh? Oh, I don't know what that is. So Hangout, a lot of people say to me, well, I don't do Hangouts on air because other people can be watching. Okay, yeah, but are they really watching? People can steal your password, so you never use a computer because somebody can steal your password.
And you go to Google's on here, and it's like there's 5 million going
Exactly.
on at once, right?
Right. So all you have to do is have it innocuous. And then when it's done, boom, immediately go in and change the setting to make it private. And once you change the setting to make it private, you can go back in and change the title.
And they'll never find it anyway.
They won't ever see it.
Yeah.
They won't have access to it. And you can make it private so it's just particular people or particular circles. So when I set up to do our Hangouts on air, I invite students here, staff, well, actually the events. I only invite the staff to the Hangout on air. Why do I only invite staff to the Hangout on air? Because students were doing it, and everybody had a live thing going, and the feedback, it wasn't watchable. Okay, because if their microphone was on, this guy's microphone would pick up your voice and that, and it was just a total mess. Also, when we first started doing this in California, we didn't have enough bandwidth for 20 people to be doing a video call simultaneously. So anyway, so we've got Hangouts. What else do we have? What else is on Google Plus?
Communities,
Okay, communities. What's a community?
a group of people with common interest.
Okay, but what's the difference between a community and a circle?
A community is started by someone and people asked to join, as opposed to a circle which you invite people to join.
Okay, well that we'll come back to that. What's the fourth thing? What did I notice then? Oh, let's see.
Events.
Well, we kind of have, we have circles in there. So circles, hangouts, communities, and posting messages. Okay, now, what we're going to do is we're going to create some circles. Okay, so that's everybody creating circles. And what are the circles that are listed that we want to create? on the event?
That would be LTC staff, LTC students, and 5 veterans.
Okay. Okay. Okay, friends, family, foes, followers, and follow. Okay, how do we go about creating a circle? How do we do that?
Well, you go to
How do we do that? How do we create a circle?
well, you can add people. As you may know, areas.
So we're in Google Plus. How do we go? How's the easy way to add somebody to a circle?
To your profile.
Okay, you go up to the home, and you go down to people. You see where it says people, and there's a couple circles there. You click on that. Now, there's a lot of stuff in here when you get this thing first done. Okay? So what we want to do is look across the top, and it should say find people, have in your circles, discover. Over on the left, based upon who you are, it gives suggestions for things. So here, I have suggestions. Italian American Club, La Loche, Chattahoochee, Larson Training Center, Santa Clara, Thomas Jefferson School of Law, Santa Clara University, again. And, but I want to go to the top, and I want to go to your circles. So everybody click on your circles. Now, what do you have in your circles?
You have colored circles.
Right. Okay, how many circles do you have?
4.
4? Okay, what circles do you have?
Friends, family, acquaintances, and following.
Okay, all right. So now, how do we add a circle? Mike, how many circles do you have?
Friends, acquaintances, following, foes, LTC students, and LTC.
Okay, so you've done this again. So you've done this. So we're going to create a circle, and where you have your circles to the left, just click on the plus sign. And then, like we always do, we start on the top, go to circle name, and you type in, well, any one of those, but you're going to have to get them all done. So I would start with the first one, LTC staff. And for LTC staff, you should put in Edward at Larson Training Centers.com. Dr. Dr. John at, this is Larson, the new name, Business School. .com.
So click LTC staff and click on add description.
Yeah, okay. So we create it, and then where it has down here, yeah. So so you put in the name, LTC staff, click add a description, say staff, it's just a good habit to get into. And then once you do that, now you have a person. Okay, so LTCLV.Phyllis what?
91814.
91814 at Gmail. LTC.Dennis.
Just LTC and LV.
No, Dennis is the cat campus. So, or you can put in Dennis Jackson. Rose Stringer.
Rose Stringers.
Okay.
The only one I have, Dr. John at LarsonBusinessSchools.com. I don't have a picture with him.
Yeah, because he hasn't done it yet, because it's new. Okay, so you create that folder, that circle, and then you add these people to that circle.
What about Will? What's Will?
Will has a chat to you.
Okay. So that's it for step one, George.
George doesn't have them, but he should be. So those are good points. He should be. Dave will be added. Type in Dave, sweet David. Is it David or Dave? You can try David.
David,
And see what comes up. Sweet
Yeah, he's in.
land.
land delivery.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I got you here with a picture view of a wall.
Okay. So add Dave. And then there's some other ones we'll add, like Essence. I think everybody's met Essence. I'm not sure what her thing is. So now you've created a circle. So what are we supposed to do with that circle?
Tailor messages to that circle.
Okay. So we only send messages to that circle that has anything to do with that circle. Don't get in the habit of having a bunch of circles and then every time you post something, send it to every circle. So for example, one thing I don't like is people sending me daily positive affirmations.
Right.
Okay? Please don't send me affirmations.
Can you block them?
Yeah, you can, but that's kind of, you block that person. You don't block their thing. So if you feel the need to do daily affirmations and the Lord's blessing and things, that's fine. I don't have an issue with you doing it. Just don't send them to me. And it's not, there's a practical reason to not send it to me because I don't want 52 people sending 5, 6, 3, some number of affirmations every day. Okay, I just don't. So you send things to people. This is kind of like exactly what Seth Godin was talking about. Find the people who believe what you believe. Have a circle for that. Have a circle for people who believe what you believe. And anybody who has a Gmail account out there, which is now more and more, I think Gmail is #1 email app. When you have a Gmail, you're now part of it. So you don't have to have people as part of the school or anything. They just have to have a Gmail and you can add them to your circle. Okay, so let's quickly create the other circles. Do the same thing.
Now, people who are already in other circles, that's okay. You can have somebody in multiple circles.
Yeah, you want to have people in multiple circles. And then let me know when you have your circles done.
Okay, LTC students, I have the folder. I want to get a few people's emails. Should I just stop there?
Well, you can, let's get the emails done for the circles built first, and then we'll populate them later. Essence, Maviz. So we'll add Essence to this list. Let's see. Okay, when you get to that phase.
All right, if I wanted to add somebody to a circle I already created, do I edit the circle or where do I add?
Now put it on their name. You hover over their name, wherever they are.
If they're not there yet, I mean, like, this person, Essence, I'm gonna add, she's not there yet, I'm gonna type her name, but where do I type it?
Well-
Search box?
So you may have to make sure that circle is active.
Yeah,
Okay. That circle's active and you type in their name,
yeah.
it'll pop up.
So I open up the circle and
Right.
Essence.
All these, may you, GIC. Well, Phyllis, I have 1,042 more views to hit a million views.
That's crazy.
We have 998,958 views.
How fast does that go?
How quickly?
Yeah.
How quickly it did?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think mine average is about 1,000 a day.
Standard bar.
Yeah. Right. We'll see. I'll try that.
We don't live into like some circles, like the one group.
Okay, so circles don't have subcircles,
Okay.
but you can have them in multiple circles. In fact, that's what you want to do. You want to add people to as many circles as they should be in, because then you have your circles refined. Okay, very specific thing. Okay, so who has LTC staffing? You? Is it Larry? Do you? Mike? You do? Aretha?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, how about students? LTC students, okay? You're still working on it, Larry?
Yeah.
Okay. Friends, okay? Family, foe. Okay, why do we have foe?
So we know who to just check out the competition.
Well, okay, so here's an important thing for life. Now, part of being a successful person is you want to capture emails, people's contact information, as much as possible. It's not like the old days where you would be pruning your list of contacts because it was too hard to maintain them. So you always be adding, ABA, always be adding people to your contact list. Always be adding people to contact list. The foes is the circle where you put people that you don't want them getting any information on. But you don't want to delete them.
Okay, so people who were friends are not foes.
Yeah, people who are not your friends, you don't want to have anything to do with them, they go in this thing called foes. And it was just to keep the F's instead of having some other thing that makes it hard to remember. Okay, but people can generally remember LTC, and the 5 F's.
Okay, but so you want to follow your enemy so you can see what he's doing, what he's following.
Okay, so a circle is things that you post.
Okay.
Okay, when you add somebody to your circle, that's something you're posting.
Oh, you have to.
You're not following them. Okay. Now, also make sure to add yourself to your own circles, because that way you have an easy way to see things that you post. Okay, next. So friends, obvious, family, obvious, followers, and following.
What's the difference?
Okay, so followers are people who follow you. Just because somebody follows you doesn't mean they go in one of your other circles. So this is just, followers is a circle of people who are not in any other circle, but they're following you. So this is where it's kind of idea to keep them close, because they're following you. This is the thing you were talking about. Okay, so you want to be very careful what you post to followers, because you could have foes in there, because they're following you.
So when you hit foe, it'll automatically black them out until you reinstate them, or you got to actually go into each circle and
No.
make sure they're not there.
Okay, so in the future, when you have somebody, so let's go to LTC stamp. When you hover over their name, It's going to show. It's going to show how many circles they're in. If you then hover over that, it'll show you all of the circles that you have them in. And you can just check or uncheck the box.
Where'd you get the drop-down box from?
I hovered over where it said how many circles there are.
Okay, so the check marks are the ones I have that first time. And how do I find out the one she has in here?
You don't.
That'll be nice.
Okay, so that's how you can add people to more circles or find out what circles they're in. You just find them in one circle. Any circle you go to, if they're in multiple circles, any of the circles you go to, and you hover, it's going to say how many circles they're in. You hover over it, then another drop-down box will show up, and it'll show you exactly what circles you have them in. And occasionally you want to pair them with group. So this afternoon, is George coming? We don't know yet. If George is not here, the idea is to populate all of your circles with people from your contact list in Gmail. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay, so family, friends, followers, following. What is following?
People that we're following?
Yeah, that we're just following because maybe it's part of our research.
Oh, so like companies, things like that?
Could be anything. Just, we go on to, so if you start here, discover. If you click on discover up on top, it shows just a bunch of stuff, right?
So bands.
Or over here on the left, it has categories. Okay? So these would be things that you would be following. And you put them in a circle to make it easy to find out, well, who's everybody I'm following?
Right.
You might not ever post a message to them. You just might want to have an easy way to keep track of who am I following?
Now, if you have a lot of posts, let's say, and you add somebody, will they be able to see the posts that you posted before you added them?
I don't think so. I've wondered that, but I don't know. Do you know, Phyllis? If you add somebody to a circle, like if I add students to this circle, can they go and see things posted before they were in the circle?
Like if I add you today, yes.
Should be able to because
You see your whole history then?
Let's try to figure it out today. Make that your assignment.
It's a good question.
Yeah, it's a very good question. Okay, so let's recap. If you go now, everybody go to their Google homepage or hover over the button that's the home button. So there's a drop-down menu that shows everything. Let's just talk about this very quickly. It's very important, it's essential that you update your profile. And that could be a thing for people to do today. Now, one of the things that shows up on your profile, if you scroll down, is it shows all of the posts that you've made.
That's right.
Okay, so, but it could be very cumbersome. So for me, it's very cumbersome because I have many things every day. But the good news is this is just the stuff that you have posted. So it's an easy way to find it. So profile, but what you want to do on the profile is update your profile. Okay, now we go back to the drop-down people we talked about. So that's people in your circles, find people, whatever. Collections. This is something that wasn't on here, I think, a year ago. So now this is a great tool. A collection is, let's say you're searching around, you're just going through Google Plus, and you see something you like. It's on a topic you like. You can add that posting to a specific collection. So I have three collections here: Larson Training Centers, Chautauqua Publishing, and family issues. So let's go to Larson Chautauqua Publishing. So I put a picture in there, and I've got interviews and stuff in there. So collections is something we don't spend a lot of time with, but the idea is if there's a category of something you like and you want to consolidate all posts that are in a particular subject, that's where you do it. Communities is like a website. But as Matt pointed out, people can join your community. They can't join your circle. You control who's in your circles. Circle is an outgoing thing. You want them to have a circle like yours and have you in their circle. Now, they're in your circle. If they reply to something, does that show up? Yeah. Okay. You don't have to be in their circle, but if they reply to something that's in your circle, you see it. A community, the easiest way to think of a community is like a website. It's a very simple website. You don't need a webmaster. You need to know how to do WordPress or something, anything like that. You don't need to know how to code. So let's see if we can find let's go to a Google. So if you want to, so I'm going to put in everything Google. So here's an everything Google community. A lot of postings. Could look like a Facebook page. And this is the thing that you join. So there's 21,000 followers, only 20 posts public. So this is probably somebody working at Google. Or maybe this guy Ray Harmon, because he seemed to be all of his posts. So it probably doesn't even have anything to do with Google.
It's got 21,000 followers.
Yeah, but they might have followed because they thought it had something to do with Google, as opposed to it's Google everything. Okay, so a community is something you can join, and the really good ones. Let's see if this is actually in here. Look like a website. So over here on the left, you have a directory of different things, discussion, season 1, season 2, season finale, favorite characters, reviews, stuff that's posted. And then here you can join the community. It shows you who all the members of the community are. You can join it. So it's like a website. Events. I consider events as a sub-part of posting. Hangouts, same. Pages. Pages are like, also like websites. So the pages that we have are Larson, Chow Tutti, and In Vino Veritas. So these you have to maintain, and other people can look at them. They don't have to join. So this is the old, I think a student did this. So this goes back to 2012. Okay, so we're way over time. All right, California.
Yes, yes. We're good.
Yeah, okay, good. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
And we'll pick up the ball where we left off today. Okay? Thank you, everyone.
Thank
See
you.
tomorrow.
All right, see you.
Bye.
All right, bye.